Right, good morning, guys. Just stopped and got our coffee. Been up since 3 o'clock, and it's 6 o'clock now. We're finally doing the load here. Can't get the whole thing in the shot. There you go. That'll work. Take a quick picture of that. Yep, so our first load with the Amazon, and it's gone pretty good. Like I said, we've been up since 3. That's the only thing I don't like. I do not like getting up this early. Slacking on the videos. Pretty sure they just messed up my breakfast order. That's okay. I really don't care. I wanted my coffee and I just want to get this load done with. Excuse me. Alright, so let's get into it a little bit. I have about 90 miles to go to complete this load. Wait for the GPS to reboot.
Proceed to the highlighted route.
And shut up. So we're on 90 right now. We're heading back to Buffalo. This load consisted of picking up over here in Buffalo, going to Staunton, Massachusetts, delivering a loaded trailer which was 9,000 pounds, and then picking up an empty trailer yesterday and bringing it back. I didn't record any of yesterday. It was one, I had a white trailer that I picked up yesterday morning, and I really wanted to get that picture with the blue Amazon trailer. Next, try to see if I can take a better picture once we get over here to delivery. Sun should be up here by the time we get over there. We got 93 miles left. So, and I'm running out of hours. I had 11 hours left when I woke up this morning. So, alright, I'm going to clear up this load first. I picked up from Lancaster, went to Staunton, picked up in Staunton, coming back to Lancaster. This is an empty trailer, so this is a completely empty move. This load here pays me $2,362.36. They call it 1,057 miles, but it's only 900 miles. So I thought it was $1.88 a mile, plus fuel surcharge and tolls. But it's actually $2.20 a mile plus fuel surcharge and tolls. So it's like $1,986.03 or something like that for the mileage. And then we got over $200 in tolls and over $200 in fuel surcharge. So we're making out really good on this run. Over $2,300 on 900 miles. It's $450 each way. So the only thing I don't like about it is the early times, man. Getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday was rough. This morning was a little rough, but not nearly as bad as yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, I could barely get to sleep. I had to go to sleep like 9 o'clock or something like that. As I said before, I'm usually going to bed like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Just because I sit up and play on the phone and play with TikTok and stuff like that. And I just get zoned into the phone, and it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning by the time I finally fall asleep. But now I was trying to push my clock back later, or earlier, going to bed at 9 o'clock instead of 4 hours later. I could barely get to sleep, so I didn't get much sleep at all the first night. Last night I went to sleep probably around 8. Yeah, it was around 8 o'clock. And then I just woke up out of the blue at like 9:30. Which I think I got a text message. But it was like 9:30, 9:50, something like that. And I thought it was time to go. So that kind of messed up my sleep last night. Unfortunately, I'm going home today as soon as this load is done. Figure I had 4 hours from the start of this morning, which we started out in Fultonville, New York at the TA. I got there about 4 o'clock last night. But I started out, it was 215 miles, I think it was. It was a 4-hour trip. And I started off with 11 hours there, so 11. By the time I get over here, it'll be 7. Plus, it's another 2.5 hours back home. So that puts us down to 4.5 hours left on my 70. And that's not going to do anything for anybody. So what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to go home for a couple days anyway. I'll spend the rest of today and Saturday, and then I'll either leave out Sunday or I'll leave out Monday, depending on what I can find. If I can find something that's coming out, most likely I'm going to find something that's coming out Monday and probably leave Sunday evening, so that I'm going to try to stick to this Amazon stuff like I planned on. I mean, I'm making out pretty good with it right now, so, well, not right now, but, for my first run, I made out really good. I don't know about their contracts, their what they call blocks, only for the simple fact that, man, they can keep you running, but I don't care about staying running. I care about making money. So what I'm noticing is the last minute loads that nobody's grabbing, stuff like this, where it's overnight, it's paying. A lot of alright, so this is, Amazon has 2 different blocks. They have a solo 1 block and they have a solo 2 block. That is basically saying solo 1, you will leave and be back in the same day. It is over through the day, and you pick up and return to the same location. It's not very far away. Solo 2 is an overnight. It's basically what I just did. Their overnights are generally about $1,800. Plus fuel surcharge and tolls. So, I don't know, maybe this is something I want to look into. I guess I'll have to look into that more, because I'm just thinking about the $2,300. But my actual per mile just for the travel is $1,900, so I'm not very far off. do more research into it, but I was thinking more sticking to the last minute stuff, trying to grab it when they're paying a little bit more. I also want to try to do some of this recovery stuff. They're paying very well on recoveries. So like yesterday there was a trailer, a guy had to stop for his 10-hour break, and they needed that trailer recovered and delivered 3 hours away. So it was basically right around the Rochester area, and it had to go over to the Syracuse area. 150 miles. I mean, that would have been a piece of cake, and they were paying $850 on it. Plus, they were willing to pay a little extra for deadhead. So, I think this is where what I'm going to try to stick out for right now, and we're going to see how it makes out, at least for the month. Convoy is great, but they're not really close to home, and that's kind of aggravating me. The one thing that's going to make Convoy that much better is me getting my ABC permits, especially for the Northeast. New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Getting the ABC permits for those 5 states, for those that don't know what the ABC is, it's the alcohol permits, so that I can haul beer loads. Yes, you need alcohol permits for beer loads. Some states are to, from, within. Some of them you don't need them if you're traveling through. But these states, you definitely need them. And I have the Anheuser-Busch plant like 15 miles from my house. So I can be grabbing loads out of there. Matter of fact, Convoy has a contract right now that I could be bidding on if I had my New York and Pennsylvania permits. And I could be running down into PA back and forth, running those loads. But even still, I go get my own trailer and I could be pulling loads out of there also. It's something that's right there, so it's better for me to go and get the permits. The problem is it's going to take me probably, I'm going to say at least a month, possibly 2 months before I can actually get all these permits. And that's because they're expensive. For a solo owner-operator, solo carrier, New York alone is, I think, like $150 for the permit. And then you also have to pay a $1,000 penal bond, which I believe is one time. So every time I have to renew the permit, if that's the case. I know some are annual, and I don't remember which ones are which. I might have to just pay the $150. But either way, I have to come up with $1,200 for New York. I got to come up with the same amount for PA, same amount for Connecticut. Not identical amounts, but roughly. I need about $1,000 in each state to get the alcohol permit. It covers me for my whole entire company, but I only have one company. So that's it. I'll try to touch base back with you guys when we get over here to the Amazon delivery, and maybe record us going into the facility there. Pretty easy in and out, but I'll show you when we get there. Alright, so we made it. Just waiting to check in. As far as I know, yesterday when I pulled in, he looked at my license plate number, or as you just seen at the end there, the black poles and stuff. Those are all the sensors and cameras and everything that are telling them who I am. So they know whatever is scanned and popped up, and they know exactly who I am when I get up to the guard shack there. Plus the app tells them that I'm here. So I'm guessing as soon as I pull up there, he's gonna yell at the door and tell me to go to whatever location and drop the trailer, whether it be in a door or in one of the lot locations. Yesterday morning, they had the whole center line there where I was just sitting on the road. They had that whole center line blocked off. You couldn't even turn left in here like I just did. You had to go down to the next road on the right, turn in there, and then get in line down there. For that reason, I was actually late. Like I came over here with like 10 minutes to spare, not knowing that I was going to have to go through all that crap. But it is what it is. Backlight up a little bit. Uh, 142 miles, 3 hours and 12 minutes. 166. Take the extra 30 miles. Nice part about starting off bobtail, 6th gear. Just need a little throttle like you're using a regular car. So this check-in was a little worse than the first check-in. So totally first load. I'm yelled at because I don't have my vest on. I understand having a vest on in the yard, but I have to have a vest on in my truck when I'm checking in. That's stupid. That you're an idiot, stupid. The thing that really pissed me off was the fact that she assumed I know that. Oh, you look so familiar. I don't give a shit whether I look familiar or not. Assume I don't know the rules. Don't talk to me like you know the rules. Because what you know and what you think I know is two different things. We'll call that my little rant for right now. Other than that, Amazon's been pretty good. My other complaint would have been, I checked out their navigation when I first started off, trying to understand what's going on with the app, because there's not really anything there explaining it. But when I shut the navigation off, I cleared everything out. I had the app completely shut down. For some reason, on my way to Massachusetts, when I stopped in Fultonville, and I got off the exit, the app popped up, and it didn't pop up. Just the voice from the navigation popped up and was talking about redirecting me, and I wasn't on the proper route. Kind of like yelling at me because I detoured from the route. So I ended up completely shutting it down, restarting my phone, and I didn't have any of that on the way back. Actually, I should restate that. When after I stopped off in Fultonville, because I stopped there to get fuel, I stopped off in Fultonville, and that's where I restarted my phone, just to make sure everything was completely shut down. And then when I went a little further, like another 45 minutes, and then I stopped again to get coffee. And when I stopped that second time, nothing happened. So there was no redirection or anything like that. Like that navigation screen was open. So I don't know why. It must have been just a glitch that it happened the first time. It thought that I was trying to use the navigation. I have my own navigation. I'm not trying to tie my phone up with their navigation. But for the most part, it went off pretty good. And now I have a cop behind me, which is not good. I don't like cops. Scratch that. I don't like cops behind me. I'm going to do 45 and piss them off and let them try to go around me. So that's all I have to say about this. Like I said, everything went off pretty good. The other complication, I guess, that you would call a complication is when I got to the delivery in Mass, they didn't have it. They didn't have any empty trailers on site. So I had to go like 1.5 miles, 2 miles down the road to pick up the empty trailer, which was no big deal. The other thing I didn't really like was I had to call or text the guard 15 feet away. Most likely because of all this crap going on, but that was Massachusetts. Here, she was just wearing a mask and opened up the guard door and talked to me. So I guess each location is different. Those are my only real complaints. like I said yesterday morning when I checked in here, I actually already had the vest on, so they weren't able to yell at me, I guess. Though I don't think that dude would have yelled at me. I don't think he really cared. When I say yelled at me, I mean just treated me like, you know, I should have known better. I mean, if they actually started yelling at me, we would have a problem at that point. That's it. If I think of anything else, I'll add it on here, but I can't think of anything else that makes any sense. Not that makes any sense, but there's nothing else I can think of right now. So if I remember anything, then I'll let you guys either know at the end of this video, or I'll just talk about it next time. But as of right now, I'm heading home. I got 150 miles to get there. And as my plan was, I should be home by 11 o'clock. Right now it says 10:52, so we should be good. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, guys, and we will talk to you next week.